It's been almost 2 years since Xiaomi's Mi A2 Lite smartphone was announced, alongside its elder sibling, the Mi A2, both part of Google's Android One program. These were the best budget smartphones to get at the time. Now, it's almost 2 years down the line. How has the Mi A2 Lite fared?
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Master, that's Zim Tech Guy. Now, in this video, we're taking a look at the Xiaomi Mi A2 Lite. How does this phone fare up in 2020? But before we do that, if you're new to the channel, please would really appreciate that subscribe. And if you do eventually end up liking the video, please press the thumbs up button.
In 2020, where all the rage is high refresh rates, insane amounts of RAM, and more powerful processor, looking at the spec sheet of the Xiaomi Mi A2 Lite smartphone, it almost feels like the phone is now very old. But it's only been over a year and a half since the phone was released. And I guess in tech years, that is a very long time. It also feels like its successor as well is also getting old. But my experience with this device has been mostly positive. If I were to name my standout feature on this device, it has to be the battery. The 4000 mAh battery, even close to 2 years on, is still excellent. I can easily finish a full day with some juice to spare at the end. Although when you're running 2 SIM cards, the rate of battery drop tends to increase. But I'm still guaranteed over 6 hours of screen on time. Talking about the screen, the 5.84-inch IPS LCD display has been great. Watching video content to this panel has been awesome, even with the notch, which many people are bored. I guess I'm not bothered by it. Just like in my initial review, the viewing angles are still horrible, brightness in direct sunlight is okay. In terms of performance, the Snapdragon 625 SoC in the Mi A2 Lite is no longer at its base, or maybe apps are now demanding more processing power. Whichever way, the processor is now showing signs of aging. I guess to really demonstrate this, your typical PUBG game runs on these settings. Even in those settings, expect to have a lot of dropped frames. If you have an option to get more RAM and more storage when you're buying a new device, always get the one with more. When it comes to the camera, the 12 megapixel sensor on the rear has managed to produce some good images. The Snapdragon 625 processor is capable of recording 4K footage, but for some reason, Xiaomi did not enable this feature on this device's native camera app. With Open Camera, I can record 4K on the Mi A2 Lite. You can watch the sample footage that I recorded on my channel. I'll leave the card above, but I have to say this, the 4K has been choppy of late. And I'm not sure what the reason is, but I'm pretty sure maybe it's something to do with the aging processor. Now, let's talk about how this phone has aged. After purchasing the device, I installed tempered glass on the display, and this has managed to keep the phone's display looking very new. The back of the phone is a different story altogether. So what I think ended up happening was that over time, dust particles ended up gathering in the case, and over time, because of friction between the case and the phone's back, the result was this, a scratched back. This has obviously affected this phone's retail value. And talking about retail value, you can get this phone for around $180 new, which is overpriced in my opinion, or you can get used for around $120 on eBay. At launch, the Mi A2 was guaranteed 2 years of software upgrades. We have had one major update in December 2019, and at that time of posting we are still waiting to be upgraded to Android 10, but monthly updates have been very consistent. In conclusion, is the Mi A2 Lite still worth it in 2020? In my opinion, I'd have to say no. The specs no longer cut it in 2020. You can get devices with even better specs for even less money. Have you been using the Mi A2 Lite? Let me know your experiences also in the comment section below. So there you have it. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to give us a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, be sure to subscribe. Otherwise, this has been Marston, that's Zim Tech Guy. See you in the next video.